Ripple and XRP, the greatest investment of this lifetime? I'm going to share with you my opinion today. My name is Coach JV. What I work to do is I work to make very complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so we can put it in our practical life right now. As we look up in the sky, down in the ocean, and we worry about everybody else is doing, our whole financial system is getting flipped upside down. So learn to invert everything to bring wealth and prosperity to your family. But before we kick this off, couple things I want to share with you guys. There's so many scammers out there. I will never proactively DM you. That is not me in the comments. That is not me asking you how your investments are going. Those are scammers, okay? We have a free consultation with my insurance team. We teach the infinity banking concept, tax code 7702. It's part of our 5 pillars of wealth, how we secure, compound, and retire tax-free. So if you're worried about your 401k, it's about having a conversation, or worried about your retirement and understanding why tier 1 capital insurance is one of the most secure ways to secure, compound, and retire tax-free. Down the description of this video or in my social media profile, you can set up a free consultation with my team. Also, I want to share with you guys, we've had coming up on 8,000 downloads. I'm so unbelievably grateful, is the Warrior Guide to Financial Freedom. So I get hundreds of messages a day, thousands per week, asking, Coach JV, what did you do? How did you get here? So I wrote an absolutely free book. No hoops you have to jump through. Put your email in. I want to share with you guys. It'll probably go to your junk box. So wait 15 minutes, check your junk box, and boom, free digital download to download the 16-page book where I break down exactly what I did. But there is no get rich quick. It's not what you think. So I'm a licensed insurance agent. I have licensed insurance agents in all 50 states. I run my Freedom Asset Management Group where we help people with these concepts. So it's about having a conversation and not missing the biggest opportunities in human history. So let's dive into this. So I'm going to share my opinion. What I'm about to share with you is not financial advice. Very important that you make your own decisions. I'm first going to take it from a macro and microeconomic view, and then I'm going to break it down to what I think is happening with Ripple and XRP. Okay. I do my investments based on Intelligent Investor, the book Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Warren Buffett at 12 years old basically stopped trading the markets and started trading companies. Very, very different. So that's the way I invest in crypto. That's the way I invest in my businesses. That's the way I do everything. I look at the company. I look at the leadership team. I look at the real world solve. And I also look at macro and microeconomics, and I look at history so I can predict the future. So what's happening right now in this current paradigm, family, is things like this. UK confidence in Bank of England plummets to a record low, which I'm going to show you. Recession is hitting Germany. America hit 33 trillion in debt. Do you know how massive that is? We can't even pay for critical services. We have to borrow, and our credit rating went down. We have banks on the verge of failing, but there's something happening right now. Distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity, and Ripple, the company, was the one that was sued by the SEC, which is one of the most well-run companies in the world. So if I was a betting man and I was betting on horses, I sure as hell would bet on one that the SEC went after to create regulation for the whole industry. So if I was a betting man, I would bet on that horse. Would I bet on Dogecoin, or would I bet on Ripple and XRP, which I'm going to talk about both? I'm investing in Ripple pre-IPO, and I'm investing in XRP. Not financial advice, do your own research. So let's first talk about the macro microeconomic. This is what's happening in UK. This is serious, family. This is stuff you need to pay attention to. They need liquidity. We need money to move at the speed of light. Not only America, but everybody's effed in the financial system. It's in a very dangerous position. It's poised for a great reset.
Confidence in the Bank of England has plunged to a record low amid soaring interest rates and elevated inflation. That, according to the central bank's own survey of household attitudes. Bloomberg's Lizzie Burden is here. Lizzie, let's start with the dismal review of the Bank of England. It's kind of coming within from its own house. Talk to us about what we heard.
Yes, exactly. It's the inflation attitude survey by the BOE. As you say, public confidence in the bank at a record low. When you think about it, monetary policy is a game of expectations management, isn't it? And the Bank of England seems to be failing miserably. 2 in 5 people think it's doing a bad job of controlling inflation. But it's also bad news for the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, because his...
So just take a look at that, fam. This is so dangerous. But here's the thing. Is it dangerous, or is it by design? I don't know. We can play this game. We can fight an invisible enemy. We're all fighting against, it's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's XRP, it's Dogecoin, it's this. Guys, none of us really know what's happening behind the scenes. The 1% of the population controls 97% of the wealth. It's always been that way. The best we can do is study history really deep, like Ray Dalio, and predict the future. That's how I make my investments. That's how I did it. That's how I freed myself financially. I don't fight an invisible enemy. I don't argue with you about your belief system. I focus on mine. I stay aligned with God. I follow the life of Jesus, and I make decisions off of discernment, off of wise counsel, not off your opinion or you telling me I'm wrong. I have to live with the decisions that I make. So continuing on here, September 19th, recession hits Germany, is facing a flurry of global headwinds, Goldman Sachs says. Okay, so we know America hit 33 trillion in debt. We got Germany, we got the Bank of England doesn't even have confidence in their own self. And then this came out, I think it was September 18th here. It says mind-boggling, massive crypto suddenly braced for Fed shock that could actually pump the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, so what does that mean? So the Feds are going to announce whether they're going to raise rates or not. So we're in September, right? So they may give another pass and not raising rates, but guys, they're going to jack up rates on the back end of this year. They are going to bring inflation down to 2%. It's going to be so strategic as they jack up rates, okay? It's going to pull down the capital markets, which is stock market, crypto market. It's going to create amazing buying opportunities. Okay. And then what's going to happen is we head into the next presidential election. Not only will we have the Bitcoin halving April 2024, then we'll be going into the presidential election on the back end of the year. You're going to see a parabolic move in cryptocurrency. You have to have an exit plan. So we exit the market. We secure an index universal life. That's part of our plan. One part of our plan. We have precious metals. In business, we're diversified across information, attention, and technology. Okay. Then we go into real estate. We're going vertical next year. We're going to be getting into apartment complexes. So we're not experts. We have experts that we're leaning into now. And what else? Self-development. We've invested a ton of money into self-development in really buying time, right? That's what mentors are. So that's why I'm a mentor and people hire me as a mentor, is I shorten the timeline to success. So we always are bringing on mentors. Anyways, so that's the key factor. That's what we're actually doing. Okay, so this is Brad Garlinghouse here. It says back in DC today to meet with members of Congress alongside Stuart Aldery and Rob GS. I forget his name, sorry. And the global policy team. Can't get regulatory clarity without actually engaging with the elected officials who are proposing bills. Now, understand this for a minute, family. This is why I'm so bullish on Ripple, the company. Brad Garlinghouse is a badass CEO. He is a good CEO, guys. So I run multiple companies, and you can see a good CEO, right? He's poised in the face of fucking massive adversity. The dude doesn't even flinch, right? They went after the SEC, and I don't know if this is by design. Who knows, guys? I think the SEC picked them in order to bring in global regulation to set the standard, and you're going to see a bunch of crypto get smashed. Now they're going to start going after exchanges. That announcement was made yesterday. They're going to start to smash down on exchanges. I told you guys this was coming. Very easy to predict this, okay? So they're out in Washington meeting with elected officials to bring in the group global regulation or help. And this is pretty cool. They said I had to take a picture in front of sec.gov building while in town. In case you were wondering, no, Chair Gensler did not invite us in, man. Woo, they're clowning, okay? Anyway, so let's talk about this. So why Ripple and why XRP? Now let's explain the difference. So many of you may be new to cryptocurrency or IPOs, things like that. So Ripple, the company, and then XRP is the token. Okay. So Ripple, the company, let's compare it to like Apple, right? So this is where the whole SEC case came in. They said that when we bought XRP, that we basically were having a securities contract. So we basically own a part of Ripple, right? So we were relying on their performance to keep it simple. But XRP can operate independently from Ripple. But in the beginning, they could have been sold as a security. So a lot of cryptocurrencies started out as securities because they were funding the company to get up and running, and then they became independent. I think Hester Pierce from the SEC explains it the best, right? They can start as a security, then transition into a non-security because they can operate independently. So there's Ripple, the company, which I'm pre-IPO with Link 2. It's actually I think it's in the link down here. You can join Link 2. You have to be accredited investor. So on Link 2, you can get in pre-IPO the Ripple. So that's when things hit the stock market, right? So pre-IPO means that's why you have to be accredited based on the SEC because it's a very risky investment. Pre-IPO doesn't guarantee that company's going to IPO. I've been in an IPO before. The company, your money's gone, right? So when you go pre-IPO with a company, it doesn't mean that company will IPO. But Ripple, I truly believe is going to IPO. So I am taking that risk, and I'm pre-IPO, and we're going to be putting a really good amount of money in there next week through our Warrior Academy fund. So we're going to be getting more into Ripple pre-IPO. Then we have XRP, the token, which we all are part of the XRP community, XRP Army. I have quite a bit packed of that. My dollar cost average was 17 cents. And I stopped buying more XRP right now because there's other opportunities. I have plenty of XRP, I have plenty of XLM, I have plenty of HBAR. My cryptocurrency I'm very, very comfortable with. So what I'm working to do is to increase my earned income every single quarter. And I'm transitioning that into insurance. Then when my crypto goes parabolic, I'll be exiting as you're coming in. When most people are coming into the market, I'll be selling my crypto to the public as they come in. I'll be securing an index universal life. I'll be buying more companies or giving equity in companies or anything that creates more cash flow, right? That is in alignment with me. And we're just going to repeat this process. So we started at a very small level, 2019 to 2020. I lost everything. I was vertical. Then I went horizontal based on wise counsel and mentorships. And also, I feel, believe it or not, I'll get comments about this. I'm divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely directed. I focus on God every single day. I'm not attached to these markets. If crypto went to zero, I'm not even going to blink, man. I'm the richest man in the world. I love God with all my heart. I love you as I love God. I pulled a log out of my eye before I pulled a straw out of yours because I'm just as messed up as everybody else. I treat others as I want to be treated. Those are the principles that I follow. That's it. Pretty simple, right? And I'm having a great time. I'm creating, having fun, enjoying my life, spending time with my kids, having dinner every night with my kids, which is very special to me. And I built that ecosystem of freedom. That's my main goal, is to be with my kids, raise my kids during their young years so we can have those special moments, to have dinner with them every single night, and to create those opportunities for my friends and my families to have absolute freedom. It's very important to me. I truly believe that's what's wrong with our country in America, is that all the parents are working 2 jobs to buy shit they can't afford, as Gary Vee says, to impress people they don't even like, right? We're buying cars for $60,000 when you make $40,000 and getting a 9-year loan on that, or 90, 90, I think it's a 9-year loan, 7-year loan, 6-year loan. It's crazy, family. It's crazy. So I don't know. I don't know if I have the answer for you, but this has worked for me. It's been a beautiful journey, and I'm really excited to be on this with you. If you guys dislike my content or you like my content, I'm just honored you're here. I truly believe that, and I really, really, really am thankful from the bottom of my heart for the love, for the hate, for the comments, because they're all equally important. Like, I hope you know that. Like, they're all equally important, because even the people that put hate on you or hate on me, it's their opinion, and it's important to hear other people's opinions about their perception, because that's how we learn through reality. That's how we become a student of life, is hearing people's perceptive reality of you. Okay. The key to all of this is, what are your intentions, right? Your intentions will always be exposed. Just watch your favorite influencers. Your intentions will always be exposed. You cannot hide from darkness. You are the darkness. You are the light. So you think you can run from darkness, you're running from yourself, and eventually you're going to turn around and have to face yourself. You might go to Puerto Rico and pay less taxes, but guess who you have to look at in the mirror every single day? Yourself, right? So we have to get out of this mindset of money's going to change everything. Money's not going to change anything. It's only exacerbate who you currently are. If you're depressed and you have $1 million now, you're more depressed, I promise you. If you have anxiety about money and you all of a sudden hit 10 million in crypto or XRP or whatever it is, you're going to have a lot more anxiety. So in the process of becoming a millionaire, multimillionaire, or billionaire, some of you trillionaires, it's more important in who you become. So my recommendation, and what I did, is I built a relationship with God, not religion, a relationship, religion, connection, relationship with God. I don't judge you based on your belief system. I believe you because I'm sure it shows up in your life. If you're constantly arguing with other people, I'm sure it shows up in your life. I could probably measure it pretty easily. I look at my debit card transactions, the things that I have on my browser, right? And I look at how I treat people, and I can measure my life in 5 years. Where's my money going? What am I looking at on the internet? And who am I surrounded by? And how am I treating people? Pretty easy to measure. It's your thoughts, actions, your behaviors. I love you guys. I appreciate you. The free book is down in the description here, or in TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram in my bio. Click the link, download the free book. It takes about 15 minutes. Or you can set up a free consultation with my licensed insurance team. I have licensed insurance agents in all 50 states. I don't know if it'll work for you, but it's all about having the conversation. So I love you guys. Appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together.